Welcome to this 10-minute lightning talk, Intro to Graphlytic, Graph Visualization Application, presented by Michal Habala. You can now start, Michal.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Graphlytic. And in today's session, I'd like to show you what is Graphlytic about. Maybe some of you noticed that Graphlytic was added a few weeks ago to Neo4j desktop as a graph application. So everybody can install it with few clicks and use it, and it's completely free. Okay, next slide. Graphlytic is a graph visualization web application that can be quickly deployed in a graph project early on to start iterating graph understanding with your client without any frustration. Graphlytic enables developers and consultants to deploy simple graph environments that are user-friendly without the need to understand Neo4j or Cypher right away, although it's much better if you do, of course. It's customizable in many ways and with a ton of features out of the box. You probably know the situations when a group starts working together on a new project. The graph technology can get complicated in details for some of them, and the discussion gets hijacked by the most technical person. Graphlytic is so easy to use that everybody can participate in such a discussion, play with the data, visualize particular scenarios, and the best part is that the issues in meetings are not about the technical part, but about the data and the solution goals. Clients' data can be visualized and the whole solution can be deployed in 1 or 2 sessions. So very, very little time is spent on operations and more time is spent on communication about the use cases. And it allows to continually add new configurations, integration scripts, and UI widgets to enhance the solution for specific operations directly in client's environment. This way, the client is involved in building of the solution from day one, quickly getting familiar with the basics and continually getting new features, and everybody is happy. Solution can be configured locally in Neo4j desktop. As I said, it's completely free, and then deployed on-premise or as a cloud service, if, of course, if client's policy allows it. Graphlytic can be used on small projects where shared graphs and easy modeling features are important, or on bigger projects with sophisticated data ingestions, machine learning, data processing, and analytics, and everything. The key is always to have intuitive user interface with the ability to evolve the solution according to always changing requirements. So it's a visualization application that it's better to see than to talk about. So I will try to share my screen to show you how it works. Okay, this one, share. So hopefully you can see the application now.
It's loading.
It's loading. Okay, so just a second to load it.
Okay, we can see it.
Okay, great. So, okay, now we can see everybody. Okay, this first page, this is the page that every user sees when he logs in into Graphlytic. Basically, here are my saved visualizations that I worked with previously. I can open them to continue my work, but what I want to show you is how I can easily create new visualization with this button called New Visualization. Now, what you can see, hopefully, is a blank workspace, blank visualization, where I can now add nodes and relationships from Neo4j with this search input in the top, where I can just type something like server, because this data set I want to show you is it's configuration database from one data center. So I have like servers, regs, applications, and databases here. So I can find some server, and with one click I can add the nodes to visualization, as you can see here. Now this red border depicts that this node have some relationships in Neo4j that are not visualized, and with double clicking I can expand the nodes, or I can select everything and expand it all at once, and one more time, once again. And now you can see that the visualization gets cluttered really fast, so I can use some layouts to organize the visualization, or I can organize only some part of it, or I can remove the part and remove some other part to have it more tight. Okay. Now here on the right, you can see some histograms about the data, where I can click on the histograms to choose some part of the graph, or otherwise I can select some part of the graph, and now I can see in the histograms what I have selected in the visualization to further perform some operations.
Michael, we're not seeing what you're describing.
You don't see the application at all?
Or? We do, but we don't see the histogram and some of the things that you're describing.
Oh, there's maybe some like video and audio. Okay, so I will try to be slower, maybe. Okay, I hope you can see now in the right part the charts. Some of them are selected, some of them not, and it interacts with the graph.
Okay, somebody just put in the chat that they can see them. Okay.
Okay, great.
I'm not seeing them in my display, so. But if everybody else can see them, that's great.
Yeah, that would be really great to see it. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I showed some of the layouts, and basically there are a lot of functions, and we have only some 2.5 minutes to the end. So I will just show some other settings. Of course, you can format anything in the visualization, like color, size of the nodes, or you can map the size or any styling property. You can map to some property stored in Neo4j and use it to enhance some patterns in the visualization. You can also search for the shortest path, and then you can save the visualization and share it with some other people, or you can export the data in CSV format, in PNG format, the pictures, to use it somewhere. Okay. And there are a lot of other modules in Graphlytic. Like we have just seen the visualization and state visualizations, but there are also, you can create user groups and users and attach some application permissions to these groups. So some users are allowed only to read the data. Some other users are allowed to create nodes and relationships. There is also this module for running predefined jobs, where you can define jobs to ingest some data or to some post-processing with Cypher, and a lot of settings, but I don't have the time to go into details. So basically, this was the intro to Graphlytic. Thank you very much for your time, and please contact me if you want to know more, or if you want to try Graphlytic on your project. Now I would like to go to these Hunger Games questions. Okay. Just a second to load it.
We can see it.
Yeah, okay, so here are the Hunger Games questions for Intro to Graphlytic. At the bottom is the link where you can answer them.
Type them right into the regular chat and take the opportunity of Andrew being here to answer it.
Michael, somebody is asking in the Q&A, after you have edited a graph, can you export it, the edited version, in some reasonable format?
When you edit the graph, basically the updates are stored in Neo4j. And from the visualization, you can export the data of nodes and relationships in CSV format. Or you can also export it directly from Neo4j in any format you need.
Okay. And another question is, can you group nodes together based on label or property?
Group denotes, I don't understand the question. I don't know what with grouping is meant here.
Yeah.
You can select denotes based on any property. You can also create what we call virtual properties, which are small JavaScript formulas, and you can work with these properties.
G icon
Okay.
on the chat. You can always put the
Live data, if you had something you want to add to your question, you could put it in the chat. Oh, there it is. He says, show one node on canvas representing multiple nodes.
Somebody asked in Q&A, but you also have a couple
So I don't know.
comments.
Okay.
Sure.
No, right away. No, you can't group nodes in this way. We have a grouping of parallel relationships. So when you have parallel relationships between nodes, you can group them in one direction or group them all together, and then calculate virtual properties on these merged relationships.
And there's another question, where are the settings and visualizations stored? Are they stored in the Neo4j database, in the cloud, or in some other place?
No, they are stored in HSQL database that comes with Graphlytic server.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions for Michael? Great. Well, thank you very much, Michael, for your presentation.
Okay,
We appreciate
thank you very
it.
much for your time.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.